Hey guys, welcome back to a new vlog. I am doing the selfie stick thing right now because I'm in the middle of my floor. Ignore the mess, we've got more messes to come. Behind me here, let's see if I can turn around so you can see. I am building the stack for my magical readathon. And then let's turn this way. There's my Our Fantasy Bingo, my self-destructing books, my 25 and 2025, and then, my Pingo shop. I've got a lot going on. I'm trying to reorganize. I am trying to, oh, there's the massive dirty closet. Anyway, I'm trying to get all of this stuff done, but I did want to let you guys know, first day of the readathon, I was so excited to finally start A Drop of Corruption because this dropped on April 1st. It showed up at my door on April 1st. I also have the audio, so I'm doing a tandem read of this. I'm really enjoying it. Here's the thing. I don't think I'm liking it as much as the first book, but I think this one is moving at a little bit slower pace than the first book, and so a little bit of a issue there. But I had started late in the evening, North is the Night, and I'm loving this one. I'm really enjoying it. It is very much that beautiful writing of mythology that I really like. And I have an advanced reader copy, but I won this from Goodreads. It wasn't like it was sent to me by the publisher, but I had been intending to read it for quite some time. There are some beautiful editions of this currently, so I do want to read this and see if I want one of those on my shelves. But yes, the writing in here is so great. If you liked When the Moon Hatched, I think you would really like this one. This has also been compared to the Catherine Arden series. I can't think of it. I will post an image of the one I'm talking about. But I can definitely see the comparisons because I did try to read the first book of that series. It just wasn't for me. Too slow paced, too character driven. This one, while it is quite a bit character driven, I am enjoying it. I don't know why there's a big difference for me, but there is. And like I said, the first book of this readathon, A Drop of Corruption, this is for my Our Fantasy Bingo board. So I will probably keep you updated on both of those. And hopefully I can make this fit one of the prompts, one of the extra prompts. I'm not sure yet. I haven't looked into it. I did have a prompt where I had to read a book that I liked the first sentence. I liked it the best out of 3, but the first sentence in this is, "A chill autumn wind whips at my face as I stand on the lakeshore, hand on my hips." So I don't think this could win that one. I don't think that that's punchy enough to win a first line competition, but I will check out some more books. I did just get The Radiant King. I would love to add that to my list. You guys know me and my things with David Douglas. Let's just look. While I have you here. When Farron awoke, he was blind, and he could feel the worms crawling through his flesh and organs. Okay, that one might actually win. I do have to try another to, make it valid, but I don't think anything's gonna beat that. I really don't. And I did get quite a few books. I went through the clearance rack at Books A Million, and so I do have a stack to share with you guys. My book of the month is on the way. My aardvark is on the way, so I will have a book haul very soon. But right now, I am still just absolutely loving what I am reading. These 2 books are so good. A lot of my reads this year have been 4 stars or close to 5 stars, 3.5s. Like, I don't think I've had many below a 3. I've not DNF'd anything this year. Oh, and I did say I would update you guys on the health stuff. So as you guys know, I have PCOS. PCOS creates a lot of additional problems. Those problems can range from anything to mood swings, to feeling ill, to brain fog, all of that. And it got so bad, I had to do something about it. And so I have been retraining my body on what to eat. I have been just focusing on my physical health, exercising more, and I'll show you guys some clips of what I've been eating, but I had to go back to clean eating to feel better. And the clean eating has really been helping. My brain fog is at a 0 now. And it got so bad, I couldn't focus on what I was doing at all. And it got so bad that I was tired all day, every day. It almost felt like depression. That's the closest thing I could equate it to, but I wasn't feeling depressed and I wasn't all that stressed out, so it wasn't making sense to me. And I was on the Mediterranean diet for a really long time, 2 years, and I was vegan for a year before that, trying to get my PCOS issues straightened out by health and exercise, diet and exercise. I don't like saying diet because it feels weird to me. It's always a lifestyle change for me. I have been an athlete my whole life, so eating clean is not something new to me, but I've always been one of those people that was like, how is this going to fuel my body? And with everything that had gone down over the last few years, grocery prices skyrocketing, we kind of started eating a little bit more unhealthy, what was affordable, what was cheap and easy. And I'm not a cheap and easy gal. I really like the Mediterranean diet. I really like clean eating, and I don't eat a lot of junk food. So it was a very hard shift for my body. It was very hard for me to deal with. It was making my PMDD worse. It was making all of my PCOS issues quite a bit worse. And like I said, I was having some of the most severe brain fog. But now that I am back to clean eating, now that I am back to trying to change things up for myself, I am doing quite a bit better. Ignore the way I look today. My husband just left for work, hence the shirt. Let me see if I can get it. This is one of his work shirts. And I wear it because it smells like him, and he's not here at the moment. So he's been working a lot. So I just kind of snagged the shirt and then threw my hair up in a little clip because I have been organizing and resetting and all of that stuff. So I don't look great today, but I feel great. And that's the main point, right? So yeah, I'll check in with you when I get a little further in either A Drop of Corruption or North is the Night. But this is going to be my main focus because this is actual readathon points here. So yeah. I'll see you guys in the next clip. Back with an update for you guys. I have finished my first book of the Readathon with A Drop of Corruption. I ended up really loving this. I thought for a long time it was going to be a 4-star because it takes a while to take off, and I was like halfway through it going, this is good, but it's not great. It was not the Tainted Cup, you know? And even though it took it a while to take off, I settled into it and then blew through the rest of it. So I went ahead and gave it a 4.5, which is not a 5-star, but I couldn't give it a full 5-star because it did take me a long time to settle into it, like I said. But in this one, the Leviathan story is extended. Like, we get a lot more information about the Leviathans. And I think it took some building up to that part of the story for it to all come together at the end, because the ending was great. And I have to say, I love Anna and her weird dietary needs and just her quirky personality. I love Anna and Den together. And so this was just great. And this introduced a couple of new characters that I really enjoy and hope to see again in the future. I don't know how long this series is going to be. Does it say? It doesn't say anywhere on here. I might check Goodreads later and let you guys know, but I could see this kind of being a mystery of the week type series that has this big fantasy backdrop to it. And I can't say I'm mad about that. I'm really enjoying that about this series a lot. Also, apples and oranges, guys. I can't decide which covers I like better, these or the UK covers. I think I like them equal, but apples and oranges, they're completely different. And I am not one to buy duplicate copies of the same book. So I'll stick with these, but I I do get envious when I see The Tainted Cup and A Drop of Corruption UK covers standing next to each other because they are stunning. But these are just as stunning together. So I have no complaints. I have no complaints. I'm quite a bit further in this book than my bookmark shows because I recently started part 2 and it's a little further on. I don't really know where exactly I am, but we have 2 girls who are best friends, and it's kind of obvious that their feelings for each other extend beyond friendship. However, that's not something that this culture is accepting of, and I'm not going to say that they're not accepting of it, but it's a culture based on, you know, marriage and producing children and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that they are hateful about any of their decisions. They know that these 2 girls love each other. I don't think that anybody realizes that it could be romantic love. And I will say at this point that I am in, which is, like I said, a little bit further than this, it doesn't read as a romance. You just feel how much these 2 girls feel for each other. And it's almost like a sisterly bond at first. So, and it's still kind of reading as a sisterly bond. Obviously, there are some feelings that they're trying to work through, but one of the girls gets captured by one of the gods and taken to an underworld type place. And she is alone and doesn't know what's going on, what has happened. And then our other main character is on the hunt for someone, some god, some sorcerer or something like that to take her to the underworld so she can rescue her friend. Now, I am loving the writing style in here. If I go back and tab this, I'll have to read you some of the beautiful quotes, and the prose is just elegant and excellent. And so I'm really enjoying this. Now, this does not qualify for any of the prompts in the readathon, but this will knock off a book for my Our Fantasy bingo board. And I am excited to make such early progress on that because this qualifies for my Our Fantasy bingo, and so does A Drop of Corruption. So there's 2 off of that list already. And I've tried to incorporate a lot of my 25 and 2025 into these lists. And so I'm excited to make progress on all of these lists and to get back into the swing of reading and recording videos for you guys, vlogging and all of that stuff. So I am pretty pumped. Oh, also, you guys might have seen, I've been trying to put in some B-roll of what I've been eating so you guys can see, even though I'm clean eating, I'm not really dieting. It doesn't feel like it. It's just going back to what I know works for my body, things like that. So again, love this one. I'm really loving this one. My reading year has been quite great. So yay for me. I will talk to you guys when I get further in this one. All right. Hello. I am back. I am getting close to the end here with North is the Night. And I am loving this so much, so much. In fact, let me just show you how much. So I told you guys that I won a art copy from Goodreads. Isn't she pretty? Yes, I went ahead and purchased this because on Amazon it was 20 bucks and I really wanted the pretty edition because, like I said, I am absolutely loving this book. And we have had so many ups and downs with our characters in this story. So good. So good. It's one of those that it's so good, I don't know what to say. Or have that when you want to talk about a book so badly, you love a book so much, you get to a point where you're just like, I don't know what else to say. It's good. It's good, guys. It's good. I really love our main character's journey. Say main character's journey. We have 2 main characters. We have Siri and Ina, I think is her name. And Ina is the one who has been taken to the underworld, which I'm just going to verify that right now. That's what happens. She is getting embroiled with the witches. The witches are doing horrible things to these girls that have been taken because there are quite a few. It's not just her. And she's trying to escape or trying to find some way to get back to Siri and some way to help the girls that are with her. She ends up with this crow that is helping her, which there's the crow right there, magically giving her food, telling her when danger's coming, all that stuff. and she ends up befriending one of the witches. That's as much as I'm going to say about that because I don't want to spoil anything. But then we have Ciri, who is kind of trying to follow what she knows about their gods and how to get to the underworld, and chasing down this prophesied shaman, following a bear as part of her journey. And it's getting to the end. And like I said, I've loved everything about this. This writing is so good. If you like When the Moon Hatched, I think you would like this, or Sister Song. There's a lot of the same types of themes that Sister Song deals with. Circe, that type of writing style, if you like that. I'm trying to think of other things I could compare this to. Bear and the Nightingale, I would say, moves at a slower pace than this does. This does have some pretty big action type scenes, and I never got that from Bear and the Nightingale. Of course, I never finished it because the pacing was so slow, but absolutely fantastic. Like I said, I couldn't help myself. I ended up getting the beautiful, pretty hardback copy to put on my shelves. And like I said, I don't like reading these copies because I'm afraid I'm going to nick the sprayed edges that they have. And I didn't look at the hardback itself. Oh, it's stunning too. It is really, really pretty. So, and it definitely fits what I've been reading. Oh, and then there's a reversible dust jacket, it looks. Oh, yep, there is. It's black. I kind of like this one better. I won't mess with it. I won't mess with it. But anyway, yeah, this is probably going to be a 5-star, guys. I've enjoyed everything about it so far. So I have to say that my reading, well, I've been reading quite long books and it's taking me a little while to get through them. My reading this month has been awesome, and my readathon has been quite great because I'm pacing myself. I'm not pushing myself to go through the books at a breakneck pace. I played Greedfall last night. I've been taking breaks, and you know, I still cook every meal because of the diet restrictions that I've been on. But I'm having so much fun. So much fun. That's so weird to say in a readathon vlog. I don't know what I'm going to read next. I know that patrons have decided to join me in reading Doll Makers, and so I'm excited for that. But it's not one that's actually part of my classes. That is one of the extra prompts that I picked to do. And then I did read another book. I don't remember what it was, for the best first line, and the Radiant King has won that competition. So I might be reading the Radiant King at some point. Who knows? Who knows? I do still want to try and get through some of my 25 and 2025, and I've been considering doing a read or toss vlog. I can make it fit the readathon. I can make it fit the readathon. If I can't, and it's just going to be an additional vlog to add to the month. But I've been wanting to do unhauls. You guys have seen probably that I have unhauled quite a few books over the last few months. I just need to get through the books that are on my shelves. I need to get through my 25 and 2025. I need to get through self-destructing books, my Our Fantasy Bingo. A lot to read this year. A lot. At least my reading has been quite great. I don't know what my average rating is for this year so far, but it's got to be pretty dang high. I'll let you know the next time I check in with you guys, but that's all the updates I have for you, is that I'm absolutely loving this book and I don't know what I'm reading next. So I will see you guys in a later clip. All right, guys, I'm back. So as far as I can remember, I updated you guys about my 5-star rating of North is the Night. Loved it. Bought the special edition, the pretty version. And then I didn't know what I was going to read. So I decided I was going to go with my gold cover. As you guys know, I picked To Cage a God because I am so excited for this. There is a heist, and I love a good heist. I'm looking for my buzzwords this year. However, I have been supremely busy, and we're going to go clean out my mother-in-law's house again. Like we still haven't got that done yet. It's a lot of stuff going on at home, and so I needed an audiobook, and I could not find access to this audiobook anywhere other than Audible, and I didn't want to pay for the book again. So I am benching this, and I picked up Heavenbreaker. This has so many buzzwords for me. Space opera, mechs battling it out in a competition, revenge plot, so many things that I should love, right? Right. Look at this beauty. I hate it. I'm 30% into it and I'm not liking it at all. And at this point, I have decided to DNF. And this is my first DNF of the year, and I feel really bad because everything about this book says that I should love it. And I don't. Sci fantasy, have a girl who is taking revenge on an entire cast in this book. And I'm sad. I'm really, really sad because Sarah Wolf is an author that I have been recommended in the past. And also, like I said, this book is stunning. I just bought this. However, I did only pay, like half price for it. So I can't be too mad about it. But I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it at all. This is not a romantasy, just so you guys know. It is very much a space opera and revenge plot story, but I'm just not enjoying it. So I asked my Discord and they were like, yeah, this could be considered a gold cover. And I think I'm going to add this instead of To Cage a God, until I actually have time to sit down and read. I might just read it anyway, but I did just get a copy of The Radiant King by David Dalglish. Now, this is a story I'm very, very excited for. I love dark fantasy. This sounds so up my alley. It says 6 immortal siblings, 5 sworn to peace, and 1 who demands a throne. And I believe the 5 siblings who are against the one going for the throne, trying to figure out a way to take him down or her down. And they start to build an army. That's what I know. But I really like David Dalglish's writing. You guys know I've been a little obsessive with David Dalglish in the past. If he puts out a book, I'm on top of it. And this year I thought I was safe because I knew the book that he was releasing was a lit RPG. And I have no interest in lit RPG. But then this came out and I was like, what are you doing to me, David Dalglish? I don't need this in my life. I do need this in my life. I need all of his books in my life. Except for like the lit RPG, like I said. Anyway, so I'm not reading that yet. I did get the audiobook for The Deep Sky by Yumi Kitase from Libby, and right now I am in need of an audiobook. So I'm going to shift to this one. I haven't started it yet, but I did love the Stardust Grail by Yumi Kitase, which is the entire reason this made my 25 to read in 2025. And this has like a Lost in Space type plot to it. I'm looking forward to The Found Family. Again, space opera. I love a space opera. So I'm just excited to see what this book has to offer. Right now, I have errands to run, so I will probably start this while I am out and let you guys know how I feel about it later. Okay, wow, my hair definitely does not look great, but that's okay. I just woke up and I have an update for you guys because I blew through The Deep Sky by Yumi Kitase. And I have to say, this was a little bit different than what I expected it to be. So we have a girl who really wants to explore space. It was her brother's dream and her brother has passed away. That's kind of what this whole book is about. And she goes to this academy to win her place on this ship that is going to be headed off to another planet. And they are training all of these kids to become medical professionals, become engineers, things like that. They are smart, brilliant, really, and they are representing their countries. The Earth is kind of in the first stages of World War III, and they are very aware that this could be the end of the Earth itself. And so they are making plans to make sure humanity survives after the fact. And this cast of characters is really well done, very well rounded. I really liked the characters for the most part. Now, one thing I was not expecting from this is there's a lot of pregnancy talk. One of the things that they are doing is while they're on board this ship, they're artificially inseminated. That way, whenever they get where they're going, the population has grown. Now, most of the crew and most of the people on this ship are women. And it was done this way so that whenever they did get pregnant, they could just continue to reproduce. And I don't like that. I've never liked that. That's very Handmaid's Tale kind of stuff. And our main character has issues getting pregnant. Now, if you guys don't know, I have an adopted son. The reason for that is I am infertile. So a lot of this, reading some of the commentary on her not getting pregnant, was pissing me off. And I didn't like that aspect of it. And, you know, this felt like it was going to go in a AI gone wrong again. And I don't mind those stories, but it is a little overdone. Maybe slightly spoilery, I don't know. But if you don't like that trope, just, hey, like, you can keep reading. But my overall enjoyment of this book was lower, much lower than I expected, because I loved the Stardust Grail. Now, granted, the Stardust Grail has a heist, and a heist is like one of my favorite tropes, one of my favorite things. Heist and competition, things that keep the pace of the story going. Love it. This does have a mystery that they're trying to solve. So there is a good storyline here. However, the plot was kind of messy. And the reason for that is our main character, something happens to them, and they're the one trying to solve this mystery. And when things start to go awry with our main character, that gets put on the back burner. But I'm just going to leave my rating at a 3.5 star. And I'm probably going to unhaul this simply because, like we talked about, shelf space is like becoming prime real estate for me. My floor is full. Of course, a lot of the books on my floor are from my Pango shop. I have been selling quite a few books lately because I did unhaul a lot of classic fantasy, and I have been unhauling some of my special editions simply because I don't need to keep them just because they're pretty. And I got a lot of my special editions through like Fairy Loot and stuff like that. So it's not like I sought out these special editions on my own, you know, other than like North is the Night. I did buy the special edition of that one because it's stunning and I loved the book. And I will have a book haul for you guys soon, which you might see a book haul before you see this video. I'm not sure. I'm disappointed, but I also liked it. I'm not going to keep it because there's no way I will reread this because it has some talk on things that I just don't care to read. I wish someone would have said that. I wish someone would have told me, hey, there's going to be infertility and pregnancy talk the entire book. Now, I'm kind of at a standstill because, well, one, I have something really fun I have planned for my family. For years, I have been wanting one of those intricately built picnic baskets, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. And I finally found one that was not unreasonable, and because they can be like $200 to $500, and I was not willing to pay that. But I found one that was reasonably priced, and like I said, I'll show you guys in a little bit. And I'll show you guys what I'm packing up for our picnic because that's what we're going to go do. And I'm so very excited. So I probably won't pick up another book until tonight. And I don't know when I'm going to post this video. So I might have a little bit of a check-in with you later once I've picked the book. I do have The Center, which is an extra classes book. And I do have The Buffalo Hunter, which is an Our Fantasy Bingo book. I'm not sure that I want to read either of those on the tail of this because I am looking for buzzwords this year and I'm trying to make sure that I'm enjoying what I'm reading. And this one, like I said, I liked it, but I didn't. And I want to pick up something that I think is going to be another 5-star. Now, I do have The Radiant King on audio, which would work for me right now, but am I really ready for that big chunker fantasy? Because man, the books I have been reading are big boys. We hit the 2 million mark with the dragons, and we've rescued technically our second dragon. It's really our third because we got one at 50K as well. And I am liking the fact that I am contributing big numbers because of the size of the books that I'm reading, but I also kind of want something quick and easy. Now, I probably could get my hands on To Cage a God if I was willing to spend a little bit, just swap that back out for what it was originally supposed to be. I'm waiting on Manhunt, which that's one that I could totally read physically. But like I said, I've been so busy. I don't know if I want to sit down and physically read a book at this moment in time. So I don't really know what I'm going to read. So I will let you guys know. And I also have access to, this is what I was getting at. The Center is one that would be for my extra classes. So it doesn't really push me forward in my quest for my Moon Warden novice path. And I really want to read a book that will. However, if I do that, I will probably have to go with A Sea of Unspoken Things because I could sit down and read that one physically tonight. Or, like I said, Manhunt. But I don't know. My husband is going to be off for a little bit, so that's going to be another kicker. Can I read while he is here? Can I read enough while he is here without distraction? Because my husband and my child, they love me, but they always need me, like, to be right there with them all the time. I'll let you guys know what I end up doing when I get back from my picnic. Hey guys, as you can tell, probably I'm not feeling well. We got home from our picnic and my cramps started, and you guys know I have PCOS. So I'm just not feeling great, And I am going to end the vlog here because I have not been able to start anything. Brain fog is still gone with the change of diet and everything. I'm just not feeling well, and I can't focus for that reason. So I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye.